To stage such a performance by the artists over here, not only it requires skills, but it requires tremendous courage to do it in front of a room full of audience. And a lot of people, a lot of participants here maybe today, they have a condition that we know as stage fright. Are not all of you maybe, are some of you, are you afraid of public speaking? Are you afraid of public exposure? Yes? No? Or should I take silence as an answer? Are you afraid of public speaking? I've heard a very loud no, and apart from that, most of the answers were yes. So, in that regard, the next speech is going to be about how to overcome stage fright. The speaker, not only is he a public speaking coach, but also a close friend of mine. I have seen him struggle through the years to overcome a physical condition we know as stammering. His journey from an ex-stammerer to a confident public speaker is a tremendous one. And today, he is going to talk about how to overcome stage fright. I have seen him complete 2 simultaneous degrees, completing his BBA, LLB, and then he went to United Kingdom to also complete his BPTC course. I would like to call upon stage none other than my very close friend, the current public speaking coach, and the person who's going to talk about stage fright and how to overcome them, Rafsan Mahbub Chaudhary. A big round of applause for him.
Thank you, Deepu. That was like an amazing introduction. Hello, everyone. Respected guests, the participants, everybody out there who have taken the time out to come here and join us in this program. I thankfully am grateful and grateful to you to be sitting out there and listening to us so that we can move forward with the youth. Deepu has already, everybody knows him as Samin. I call him Deepu because he's my friend. So, Samin has already told that I used to be a stammerer. And what is that? Let me explain a little bit about it. So here, stammering is actually a neurological condition. So what is a neurological condition? It works with your brain, it works with your neurons. What happens is, it doesn't let you talk properly. Could be in front of people, could be in front of your friends, your family. For me, it was in front of everybody. Can you imagine how frustrating it can be? When you want to ask for a pen from a friend, say for example, if I ask for a pen from Deepu, I would go like, Deepu, can I have a pen? That's how I used to be like 4 years back. Literally. People who are seeing me closely, that's how I used to talk. Now from there, speaking in front of everybody, speaking in front of family or friends is easy, but speaking in front of strangers, specifically some of the renowned people of this country, is extremely difficult. Whoever comes up to the stage actually knows. So, in the past 5 years, I've spoken in front of Bangladeshi nationals, international people, in front of around 10,000 people. So I had to research how to overcome stammering completely. So, I would like to share, I believe most of you here do not stammer. Probably you have a little bit of fright of public speaking. And if you take those tactics, if you learn those tactics completely, and you follow them strictly in every single speech you give, you're just going to be amazing. If I can come up to the stage and just talk, an ex-stammerer can talk in front of the stage, in front of everybody, the non-stammerers, can you imagine what you can do, what you can be, what you have hidden inside of yourself? Can I have the next slide, please? The fear of public speaking, in scientific term, is called glossophobia. Every glossophobic person is a victim of anxiety, nothing else. If you're afraid of the dark, in that case, You have to be in a room which is a little dark, not completely dark, and then darker room, and then a complete dark room. If you can survive that, you won't be afraid of dark anymore. Similarly goes for height, and similarly goes for the glossophobic people. Most of the people on their first public speaking time is extremely glossophobic. But later on with time, they get very, very, very well. So, can I have the next slide? The first thing that you have to do is breath control. How many of you people sing here? Can I see a couple of hands? All of you who sing know how important breath control is. Okay? Similarly, while speaking, controlling your breath, I'll speak how to do it in a while, but controlling your breath is extremely important. As well as your speaking pitch is in the next slide. Pitch. What is a pitch? The pitch is how high you can go while speaking, how low you can go. Whenever you're nervous, words don't really come out of your mouth. When you're angry, we scream at people, like literally scream at people. That's a pitch. That was my high pitch when I get angry. When I get nervous, I'm going, right? When you're happy, you talk in your normal pitch. When you're with your friends or your family, cracking a joke, you speak at a normal pitch. You have to get that pitch while you're up here. All right? Next slide, please. Pace. What's pace? Speed. How fast you talk. Whenever somebody's nervous, they have an auto tendency to get more words out of them as fast as they can. Why do we do that? Because we are nervous. Our palpitation rate, our heartbeat is high. As soon as our heartbeat gets high, we have the urge to get more words out of our system. Okay? So once the nervousness goes down, just imagine your breath is under control, your speech is under control, your pace will automatically get under control. Right? After that, next slide. This is extremely important. I don't know whether you have noticed or not, since I've been on the stage, since every speaker has been on the stage, has taken some unnecessary pauses, like this one. And then I speak again. I take a pause again. I speak again. It's called digestive pauses. From a speaker's point of view, you're allowing the students out there, or the audience out there, or whoever there is in front of you, to digest, to understand, to stomach whatever I'm saying. So every time you speak, you have to remember to use digestive pauses. But these digestive pauses doesn't include unnecessary words. Say, for example, speaking is extremely important. Public speaking, every I use is not a digestive pause. It's an unnecessary word that makes it monotonous, that makes it boring, that makes the speech absolutely ridiculous. The more the words, the more ridiculous your speech is. Can I have the next slide? Now, how to be a good speaker? Honestly speaking, I've taken this from the internet, but they actually work. You have to be your own critic. So listen to your recorded speech. Trust me, whenever you speak and you record yourself, at least 90% of the people will sound bogus on the speaker. Unless you record yourself and you actually listen to yourself, you won't realize how bad you sound. Just imagine, if you start sounding good on the speaker when you're listening to yourself in the headphone, how would you be sounding in front of the audience? Right? Then record yourself. Minimize filler words and stammering. How to minimize stammering? I'll explain it a bit later. But minimize the filler words. The filler words are the this, that you use. Absolutely, cut them off. Every time you forget something, take a digestive pause. There's another use of digestive pause. It allows you to think of the second topic, to think of the second sentence, And another reason why people use filler words is they memorize their entire script. Every time you memorize something, you will have to use filler words. Then emphasize on particularly important lines. You know what that is. Do I have to explain that? Self-explanatory, come on. Express emotions. Every time you have to express something, express it with gratitude. Express it with everything you've got. Say it like you mean it. Don't just say it. Say it like you mean it. Keep a firm posture. Posture is very, very important. Just imagine I'm talking something, I'm talking like this. Just imagine this is how I'm talking. I see people giggling in front of me, literally. So keep a firm posture. It doesn't matter how you look, it's matter how you present yourself. I'm not one of the best looking people out there, but I carry myself as in I look at my best when I'm out here. And rehearse your speech. Practice makes everything perfect. Practice makes you perfect. Practice makes everything perfect. Can I have the next slide? Alright, so let's talk about the correct pace zone. How do you achieve a correct pace zone? Whenever you're really in a hurry, you're in an urge to finish whatever you're going to say, while you're rehearsing, rehearse with a partner. Be patient with yourself. Rehearse with a partner. If your partner says you have been very fast, then if you have finished in 2 minutes, make sure you finish it in 4. The next time you won't be able to achieve it in 4. Probably it will go to 2.5. But until it goes to 4, make sure you're practicing over and over and over again. You know, after that, when you get up to on the stage, it won't be 4 minutes. It will become 3. But as time continues, as you go forward, as you move forward, you will understand what's your pace. Whenever you say something important, you have to slow it down. You have to slow it down as if like, whenever you say something important like pace zone, whenever you see the topic, the subject, slow it down a little bit. When you're giving an example, roughly rough through it a bit fast. It doesn't come on your first day. It comes with practice. And it will come to you. If a stammerer can speak in front of you, everybody can speak on the stage. Next slide, please. Correct pitch on. The pitch, as I said, highs and lows. How do you go high? How do you go low? Speak up. Man gori hota hole tum shoda. Anybody who's Chakaya would understand this? The rest of them? Alright? Practice reading aloud. Not for your studies. This is only for speaking. If you want to succeed in public speaking, make sure you're reading at least for 10 to 15 minutes in front of the mirror. Doesn't matter what you're reading. English, French, Arabic, Bangla, whatever it is, just read it out loud. You know, the stiffness in your mouth, it has to go away. It will go away only if you read loudly. And finally, record yourself. Once you're there, your pitch will be picture perfect. I take my pitch way up when I'm excited on the stage. When I act, I go down. It didn't happen to me on my first speech. It happened to me after probably 50 speeches. But you have to go there gradually. Can I have the next slide? Alright, the most important point. Okay, so breath control, I want you to do this with me. Can we do this right now? Relax yourself a little bit. Come on, relax yourself a little bit. Alright, let's control our breath right now. Take as much air inside your lungs. Come on, everybody. Take as much air inside you and release everything that you have. So now you're relaxed. I didn't start the exercise yet. So you're relaxed right now. Again, let all the air you have in your lungs, let them go out. And then when you take in, count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi in your mind. And as soon as you hit 2 Mississippi, you stop. Okay? Alright, let everything go out. Stop. This is how much you'll breathe in when you're on stage. Not more, not less. If you have this much air inside your lungs, you have to give pauses, you have to speak less, you have to speak in a correct pace and a correct pitch, because if you have less air, you won't be able to go loud. I mean, with practice, of course you can, but think about it. But you won't be able to go very loud, you won't be able to go really low, but you will be at a steady pace, steady pitch, steady everything. So, how to control your breath? How to control, who can explain it to me the best? I need a hand. Anybody? The correct breath control, let everything go out. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, stop, speak. Then again, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, stop, speak. Again, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Mississippi is actually seconds. You breathe in for 2 seconds. And then you start speaking. You will never ever be afraid, because breath control controls your palpitation. As soon as you're up on stage, your heart beats like right? This will control your heart. You know, with high palpitation, you get nervous, and with nervousness, you breathe more. You control your breath, you control your nervousness, you control your palpitation, your speech is picture perfect. Can I have the next slide? So, everybody, what is B5P? Breath, pace, pitch, pause, posture, practice. Everybody with me. B5P. Bhai, shun na shunle bhalo lage na. B5P. 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 B for breath. P for pace. P for pitch. P for pause. P for posture. P for practice. So every time you speak, remember B5P. B5P. And remember about me as well. I can teach you. Alright, next slide. Whoa, difficult part. Art of persuasion. The most difficult task in this entire world is persuading people. When I was campaigning for this program, in every university I was trying to persuade people to come to this program. Many of them have actually come here because of my persuasion. I'm just, boasting about myself a little bit. Yes, I actually hear some of that truth. So, art of persuasion. I can proudly say one thing: nobody was able to say no to me. All everybody said was, let's see, inshallah, or yes. The reason is I've used a tactique. Alright? This tactique is very well known because it was portrayed in Hollywood by a very brilliant actor. How many of you have heard about Jordan Belfort? Whoa, nobody? How many of you have heard about Stanton Oakmont? Okay, how many have you heard about Leonardo DiCaprio? Next slide. That's DiCaprio. That was the biopic, that movie, The Wolf of Wall Street, was a biopic of Jordan Belfort, who was the owner of Stanton Oakmont. Okay? What Jordan Belfort used to do was make his clients say yes 5 times. Some series of questions, 5 times yes, the 6th time, 80% of the people would say, yes, let's see, or I'll try. Nobody will say no. I mean, think about it. Out of 100 people, 80 people yes says something close to yes, 40 people will be persuaded. Do you agree with me? It's theoretically correct, it's practically correct, and Jordan Belfort became the king of black money in the United States. Anybody who's above the age of 18, watch this movie. The others, make sure you turn 18. Okay, so I want to show you the yes technique. Well, I want to volunteer. I want somebody. Okay, there's somebody who's close to me. I'm taking a lot of time. Come on, can I have a mic, please, fast?
I'm having that heartbeat thing.
Calm yourself down. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Does it work? Okay. Okay, we'll just shut the mic anyways. Do you want to get trained by somebody who's good at it?
Of course, yes.
Do you need one-on-one counseling for it?
Yeah, it's good if I get one-on-one counseling.
So yeah. So after 10 days, if you pay me $500, I would actually counsel you one-on-one. Yes or no?
Oh, that's awesome. That's actually awesome.
Got it! Thank you, Ridvi. Well, if I had more time, I would actually go into the audience and pick up from their ones, but yeah, I cannot do that. But the yes technique works. That was a drama I actually portrayed in front of you, but that will definitely work if you master the art of yes technique. Go to YouTube, see the videos of Jordan Belfort, watch the movie if you're over 18, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Can I have the next slide? Oh, time says. Let's recap actually means I'm out of time. Alright, so let's recap. B, 5P. B for? The first P. The second P. Third P. Pause. Fourth P. Posture. Fifth P. So B, 5P. And me. Okay, next slide. Do I need to say anything? Thank you all very much for your complete attention on me. My journey from stammering to a public speaker in front of you. Thank you very much.
So, for this amazing session, we would like to give him an award. And I would like to call on stage for that reason Advocate Rahman Smita and Qazi Muhammad Abdul Rahman, Deputy Secretary, Ministry of Water Resources. Big hands for them as well. Big round of applause for this amazing session on public speaking. Thank you. I clearly understand that at this moment, when you hear this guy, Rafsan, speaking, it's hard to imagine that he was ever a stammerer. It's really hard to believe the way he speaks, the way he shouts, the way he is so confident about his presentation. It's hard to believe that he used to stammer in every 2 sentences. The first time I saw him was on a debate. He was against me in my university. And I still remember, it was so hard for him to come up with the second sentence. Today, this is what he did a lot of the times. And now, this is the improvement. This is something you can do if you are determined and if you have a goal, if you have a destination. It was his dream to become a good public speaker. It was his goal to come up on stage and speak in front of thousands, millions of people without fear, without intimidation. And this is why having a goal, having a destination is very important. Because if you don't know where you're going, frankly speaking, then where are you?